As the global economic landscape continues to shift, an intriguing development is unfolding in Southeast Asia. Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia are reportedly considering applications to join BRICs, the influential group of emerging economies that includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This potential expansion could reshape not only the regional dynamics, but also the global economic order. But what exactly would these three nations bring to the table, and how might their inclusion impact the world economy? The mere possibility of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia joining BRICs raises eyebrows and sparks curiosity. After all, these countries have long been seen as up-and-coming economic players, but their potential inclusion in such a prominent bloc could catapult them onto the world stage in unprecedented ways. As Pham Thu Hang, Vietnam's foreign ministry spokesperson, stated in May, like many countries around the world, we are closely monitoring the process of BRICS membership expansion. This cautious yet interested stance reflects the careful consideration these nations are giving to this significant decision. Vietnam, in particular, stands out as a potential powerhouse within the BRICS framework. The country's economy has been on a remarkable upward trajectory, with its GDP growing by an impressive 5.66% in the first quarter of 2024 alone. This growth rate, the highest for the same period since 2020, showcases Vietnam's resilience and economic vitality. The country's manufacturing sector has been a key driver of this growth, with the processing and manufacturing industry surging by 6.98% and contributing 1.73 percentage points to overall growth. But what makes Vietnam such an attractive prospect for BRICs? The answer lies not just in its current economic performance, but in its potential for future growth and strategic importance. Vietnam's strategic location in Southeast Asia, coupled with its stable political environment and affordable labor force, has transformed it into an emerging manufacturing hub. Global giants like Samsung, Apple, Intel, and Nvidia have already established or expanded their manufacturing presence in the country. This influx of foreign investment is not only fueling Vietnam's growth, but also positioning it as a key player in global supply chains. Laos and Cambodia, while smaller economies, bring their own unique value propositions to the table. Laos, with its abundant natural resources and strategic location as a land-linked country in the heart of the Mekong region, offers significant potential for infrastructure development and energy exports. Cambodia, on the other hand, has been experiencing robust economic growth, with its garment industry and tourism sector playing pivotal roles in its development. The inclusion of these three nations in BRICs could significantly alter the global economic landscape. But how exactly would this impact unfold? For one, it would expand BRICs' footprint in Southeast Asia, a region that has been increasingly important in global trade and geopolitics. This expansion could potentially counterbalance the influence of other economic blocs and provide BRICs with greater leverage in international negotiations. Moreover, the addition of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia could enhance BRICs' collective economic strength. Vietnam's growing manufacturing prowess, Laos's natural resources, and Cambodia's emerging industries could complement the existing strengths of BRICS nations. This diversification could make BRICs more resilient to economic shocks and provide new avenues for intra-bloc trade and investment. But what's in it for Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia? Joining BRICs could provide these nations with enhanced access to markets, technology, and investment from other member countries. Rahul Mishra is quoted in DW, "For Vietnam, which has been registering significant investments, it would be a good opportunity to further boost its trade beyond their traditional markets into the Middle East, Latin America, and Africa. This expanded reach could accelerate their economic development and increase their global influence." The potential inclusion of these Southeast Asian nations in BRICs also raises interesting questions about the future of regional alliances. How would this move affect their relationships with ASEAN, the regional bloc they're currently part of? Would it create new tensions or opportunities for cooperation between ASEAN and BRICs? While the benefits seem apparent, it's important to note that joining BRICs would also come with challenges. These countries would need to navigate complex geopolitical relationships, particularly given the tensions between some BRICs members and Western nations. As Thai Foreign Minister Maris Sangiampongsa emphasized when discussing Thailand's interest in BRICs, joining the bloc is not about choosing sides, but rather about expanding economic opportunities. The economic statistics from these countries paint a picture of growing economies with significant potential. Vietnam's economy, for instance, is projected to potentially reach US $469 billion in 2024, maintaining its position as the fifth largest economy in Southeast Asia. The country has also seen a significant uptick in foreign direct investment, with over US $6.17 billion in newly registered, additional, and contributed capital in the first quarter of 2024, representing a 13.4% increase from the previous year. While specific recent economic data for Laos and Cambodia aren't known to the author, both countries have been experiencing steady economic growth in recent years. Their potential inclusion in BRICS could accelerate this growth and provide them with new economic opportunities. The consideration of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia for BRICS membership comes at a time of significant global economic shifts. As traditional economic powers face challenges, emerging economies are playing an increasingly important role in shaping the global economic order. The expansion of BRICS to include these Southeast Asian nations could be seen as a reflection of this changing dynamic. However, it's important to note that this potential expansion is not without its critics. Some argue that expanding BRICS too quickly could dilute its effectiveness and make consensus building more challenging. Others worry about the potential for increased economic dependence on larger BRICS members, particularly China. Despite these concerns, the potential benefits for both BRICS and the Southeast Asian nations seem to outweigh the drawbacks. For BRICS, the inclusion of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia would expand its influence in a strategically important region and add new dimensions to its economic capabilities. For the Southeast Asian nations, BRICS membership could provide a platform for accelerated economic growth and increased global influence. As we look to the future, the potential inclusion of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia in BRICS represents more than just an expansion of an economic bloc. It symbolizes the ongoing shift in global economic power, the rising influence of emerging economies, and the increasing interconnectedness of our global economic system. Whether these nations ultimately join BRICS or not, their consideration for membership is a clear indication of their growing economic importance and the changing dynamics of the global economy. The potential application of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia to join BRICS is a development worth watching closely. It could reshape regional and global economic dynamics, provide new opportunities for economic growth and cooperation, and potentially alter the balance of global economic power. As these nations consider their options and BRICS evaluates potential new members, the world will be watching to see how this next chapter in global economic history unfolds. Thanks for watching. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing if you find this content useful. It really helps the channel. Leave a comment below to provide feedback and let me know if you want me to cover any particular topic.